Sometimes don't put everything in your heart.
Have gladness.
No, don't put everything in your heart. Some of the issues, put them onto your lungs. Breathe out. They are gone.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, man.
Not everything should be put in the heart. The heart, it will just hurt you, man. You are having much of the luggages onto your heart. So sometimes put some of the things where? Onto your lungs. Whenever you breathe out, in, out, pew, they're out. And you are free. You will be free. You understand?
Yeah.
And there's nothing. I told you that I am Maro here, called my brother here, and I can tell you that one. And they're speaking. And he was telling my brother that, you know, Gintu hate me, but I don't hate him. It's only that Gintu hates me. But the good thing is I want to be telling the guy is that I don't have any kind of the hate with anyone. And the fact is, it's their character and the behavior development they're having that is totally absconding my own emotion talk about why are they behaving this way. Why couldn't they subject themselves in a way that, you understand, everybody is loved in his own way.
They think you hate them.
They think about I hate them.
Because
but the good fact is we are differing in whatever we call about the thoughts. If everybody has his own thoughts, maybe they see that whatever they're doing, it's very right.
Yeah.
But to the other law, talk about I'm in a class of talking about I'm from down, not them the way they're talking about they have been from down. If they could be down, they could be in a way that they could not be living in town and also living in permanent houses, and the mother could not be a teacher, and their father could not be a teacher also. And that's a life they're talking about. They could be talking about, we have been in a middle, talk about the middle stage of life. But not talking about we were poor, this kind of the people were not. That's the thing that is making me to feel like, why are they lying?
That they were poor and yet their parents, you know, at back years when your mother is a teacher or your father is like,
you are even when I was going there, I can tell you this, when I was going there supplying milk to them, to Maro's family, because I was going there every kind of the time. I talk about every evening. I supplied them with milk for 11 years. 11 good years.
And they were paying.
Yeah, they were paying money, and they reached a time they talked about, you have bought a lot of milk. Let's now come to your father and buy a dairy heifer. They came and bought a calf here. Yeah. But the condition, it was subjected where Maro has built the villa, so it was subjected there. And it died because of the condition and the warmthness and also the coldness that is there. Because here it's a zero grazing. They are placed in a single. So they were just taking it from Nyabuhanse to where the villa is. And during that time, it's a swampy area and it's having so much cold and you can never know. So it died because of the climatization. Because the area it was different from the way they just treated it. And during that time, I will go there. I could find Dimango there watching a TV there. And during that time,
TV?
They were having a TV. Yeah, and I could just remember there was a kitchen at the far end, and there was a room which was there, a big one, like a bedroom and a sitting room that was for the congrats mom and the congrats dad. And there was the other section rooms. There were 3. One was for Marwa, every time closed a little bit, and one was for D and one for Davy. There were 3 of them. And the one that Marwa was sleeping, or Davy or somebody, that's where Uncle Mo was sleeping also, because he was part of the, even him. I could even get, and much of the times, you could get Uncle Mo there. And he was the one receiving much of the milk. And whenever they're just gone for the shambas, because that kind of the Congress, and even today, I met him there. They're progressing to buy another land from Matiko also. And I found whenever I went to my fish farm there, I found the Congress that was there, and was just looking at how the plot will be, because they are planning to buy another plot. Because you understand, there's a person who has died from Kiburanga here who died. Maropius.
Yeah,
so he has a plot that is now reaching where my fish ponds are.
Yeah.
So they are selling that kind of the plot, and I found they're just progressing with it there. So I was about, can I intervene so that I can just buy it? But I just remember whenever the floods are there, it's all swept with the floods. So it's not a best area for me to select. Because whenever floods come...
You wanted the land?
Yeah, I could just buy the other land from the upper section. I can buy.
But
But I know that area. Whenever the floods are there, or whenever it's too much rain, you can never do anything there. So it's too swampy.
But Masuboan is on the market. We could see also.
I don't do monkey businesses.
Oh, that is monkey.
I don't do monkey business. I don't do monkey business.
You know, you are at Kisumu.
Yeah.
Others we are watching the villa at the fence.
Oh,
You never been invited. I don't know if
I was invited, man.
Eh?
The real fact, much of the people don't understand it.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, I was invited to go there. And that's the time I'm telling you, they called my brother to talk about, you know that Gintu doesn't have, we don't have much of, I don't have anything to do with the Gintu. But he's hating us with the nothing. You know, they think about I hate them.
You know, I was just asking myself, if you could have go, my friend, a lot of people could want a shout out. At least you talk on their camera.
Not only that way, I know everybody will talk about this is Gintu reality.
Gintu have come
but I don't have that kind
even
of courtesy of stupidity.
They won't believe. Others will say
they could not.
Yeah.
Because the last time yesterday I met with Paris, she was she's always greeting me.
Paris?
And yeah. Even I think she traveled yesterday to Nairobi. She told me I'm going to Nairobi. Yesterday she went to Nairobi.
Yeah.
And we talk. But the good fact is, when we were having a little bit of the conversation between me, Paris, and the lady talk about tea, she was talking about, no, I'm not in good terms with Gintu. But talking, we talk. But not that good term the way we are at the villa. Because they know. Because every time you can find yourself one-on-one, broadcasting. That is it. So what the real fact is, nobody hates them, but I'm trying to correct the sphere and everything, how it should be projected. You understand? But they're taking it. If I could be just talking about, I'm going to be getting to the villa at that kind of the time, and just have everybody will be talking about, Gintu is here. Hey, Gintu is here. Because the day I was attacked with Ankomo and blocked the road while I was just passing, do you know that I just turned off the camera, then I put it into the pocket, then I put the stand over the motorbike, then I went down. And I talked about, you are now a man. You wanted to attack me while I was in the motorbike. Now attacking me, you are a man. And it was about, don't film me. I talked about, do you want me to film you so I can just see that I can film you? But he talked about we can just go down. So I went down a little because I understood when it will just go high, because I was coming from my father's funeral here, I can get him and throw him onto the iron sheet. You understand?
Yeah.
And it could be another scenario again evolving. So
exactly.
I had to play down sea level so I can just act normal like a human also.
Yeah.
So at that kind of the juncture, do you know that he greeted and talked about, Gintu, one day I'll come to look for you. And I talked about, there's no problem, bro. Nobody has a problem with you. It's you have blocked the road, and I know you wanted to intimidate me so as I fear you, but to that kind of an extent I told him that there's nobody who can just think about can intimidate me at this kind of the rate, because even the Congrats that sees me and cut a corner. He knows anytime it can just be wagwan anytime. And also I always pass, because they talk about again to this way, I always pass where Maro they're just doing the construction. I talk about the Mwango is doing the construction there, and nobody's even talking about going to be attacking. And that's why much of the people are being used like stupid people. Like they're going to be using the brother to Ernesto to attack much of the people in the society and leave the claim to this kind of the brother. But the real extent is just in a way that they're just trying themselves to evacuate themselves from such kind of a program.
To squeeze themselves.
To squeeze themselves from such kind of a way of being maybe put into behind bars because of such kind of the inflammatory things that they could just bring much of the harm to the other side. So they're just using other people as a shield, as a bodyguard. Like I want to send you, like me right now, I want to send you somewhere. I want to be telling you that I want you to go somewhere, or it's a lady. I want you to go to that kind of the lady, go to their home. She has said that she's at home. You just go there and tell her these are there, or deliver this kind of the stuff to this kind of the lady. When you go there, maybe it's a setup. It was for me. Now it has become for yours. You will be go there and be hit. You'll come and talk about, no man. So I have just developed you as a shield of me. So you'll be the one be hurt And I'll just remain the same, and I'll talk about this kind of the people are so bad. Why did you hit this kind of the boy? Then we will come to develop much of the things that are no longer available, which we could just seize them before it could just happen. So that is the failure that they are doing. And that's why my thoughts and their thoughts are not ringing. And also, that kind of the part, it had much of the quagmires. Talk about Maro developed such kind of a party to happen in that kind of the compound, so as it can trigger those kind of the sponsors. Talk about the sponsors and the subscribers, so they can just understand, because much of the people, they were told that they will have a section of them filming. Not every section will be filmed. There's a section that Maro will film, and why could it be that way? In a way that you will just make sure that this kind of the section, it's mine, and now you as the other individual film the other section, interacting and doing whatever. You understand?
There's a place to film. There's no
and there's a place not to film. Did you see anybody filming inside inside the villa?
No,
Anybody?
No.
Nobody filmed inside.
Only
outside and Nastos outside also. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the program I was talking about. Nobody could film in, but Maro filmed in that kind of the video because they were in. You understand? So that kind of the program could just run that way. But at this kind of the time, what I can tell you is nobody hates this kind of the people. But their character and the behavior is what is making us to differ in terms of the thoughts and the surrounding. Yeah, exactly. But nobody has any kind of an issue. And that's the real fact. Even me, I can just meet. I meet with David Jr. here. Even if they just came here and talked about they're going to be arresting me. Right now, they know, because they know the rule, that how the rules are going. Because I subjected myself into talking about if whatever you think about you can do, I can do it better. And they saw it. That's why right now he cannot even see me and talk about anything. Yeah. He knows anytime it can just erupt. You understand? Yeah, exactly. And nobody's fearing them that, oh, because they are here, I cannot go there. That's a very bullshit. But the real fact is that even me, I can go up to the villa, I can go inside, and there's nothing can happen. You understand? Yeah. Nothing can happen. Because I understand myself. I don't go there for provocation. No. I go filming. It's like the way you can just pass through Nyabohanse. You are filming in Nyabohanse passing. Yeah. That's the same way I'm filming and passing through the villa there. You understand? So when I'm passing through, if there's a way, and I'm passing through the way it's there, Gintu is on the right track. So that's why you saw when I told Uncle Mo that you know that you're going to be arrested immediately, even today. If I ring my phone, you'll see fire without smoke. And I pulled my phone and I just showed him that, do you know who is this one? So I showed him the contact of the very prominent senior officers. And I talked about, do you know him? They know him in the surrounding here. Much of the people know him. Whenever you can just call that kind of the guy, even I think he was just wondering, Gintu has the number of this kind of the guy? You understand? And I pulled the phone and I called. And the guy received the phone that day. And I talked about, hey, bro, you have just lost. Oh, Gintu, man, where have you been, man? You have been lost. Where are you? And we had a conversation, a little conversation that I could just talk about. I was just proving to him that I have a very good connection, making sure that there's nothing they can just do at this kind of the time. You understand? And when I finished the call, I talked about if I could like to say that you are becoming a headache here, you'll be just pulled from here like a cigarette and you'll be smoked. You understand? Yeah. And that was the way that he came to understand that I'm a different guy. Do you know that he greeted me the way I told you? Even Mayuguno was there. Mayuguno came and found us there. And Mayuguno was talking that when I see somebody filming around my villa there, I talked about, do you have a villa, man? Talk about you have a home. Nobody should be coming to your home and filming. Nobody's bothered with you right now. Because there's a time it reached whereby Mayuguno became like sugar, man. Brown sugar. Finding a brown sugar, it is a problem for you to bake even a cake. So Mayuguno became like a brown sugar. You have to look at it. Maybe it will be like caster sugar. You have to look for it in every kind of the section. Why am I talking so? It's because Mayuguno became like a person whom you have to go and bend down so he can just give you a shout out. You understand? But right now, he can do a video with anybody, even you right now. You can do a video with him. But it reached at a time, my friend, I'm telling you, 2023. Even I went there and talked about, you're going to give me a shout out. It was just plucking much of the black, talk about pigweed, the kalalu, much of the Jamaicans call it. Yeah. And was plucking them. I had not even opened a YouTube channel. I talked about, can you give me a shout out? I have a channel, but during that time I was calling myself Gin Chef.
Gin Chef?
Yeah, Gin Chef. Gin Chef. And I was calling myself before I turned it into Gintu when I came to the villa. So I talked about give me a shout out. They talked about no, I don't give shout out to the day. They talk about the weekdays. I only give shout out in the weekend. And I'm there only talking about what's your YouTube channel. Say it, guys. Go and
Subscribe.
because they came to my fish pond and talk about we fish much of the fish and they bought much of the fish and Mayuguno filmed, Maro filmed, much of the people Elia they were there, Maro engineer they were there. Talk about Mawera was there. Much of the people came to film that kind of the event how it was and Maro told me that I'll be giving you a job at this kind of the section and now I had to turn, so I went to Mayuguno to get a shout out. He saw that maybe Gintu will just evacuate and get her to be a prominent person with an immediate effect because when they came while we were just doing the fishing, they asked me some of the questions. I was answering in a fluent English. Then they were talking about, even Maro asked me, you know English, why are you not opening a YouTube channel? I talked about, I have it, but I will come whenever the time will come. And they talked about, you have a good English. Even you are more than me.
Yeah, man.
I was inside the fish pond. You understand? But when I went to Mayuguno, I saw that maybe this kind of the guy will never give in the shout out. I get as a sponsors or I get somebody who will just be supporting me to talk about it. You know, everybody's feeling that when I give you a shout out like the way you are here and talk about your problems that you're going to be having, somebody will just come and donate to you and support you and leave me. That's what they're fearing. They think about, I'll take you permanently and I go with you. If a person subscribed to Gintu, I don't have that kind of a talk me at all. I have to talk about, oh, this kind of the person will behave this way or behave that way. If we're going to be supporting you, that's very much better because even me, I'll not stick to that kind of the position again. I'm moving. The more you are making others to follow you, the more you are going ahead. It's like somebody tells me right now, I can be like Maro. No day. I'll never be like Dimwango. No day. I'll never be like Junior. No day. I'll never be like Uncle Mo. No day. You understand? Yeah. The more you help, the more you are moving a very far distance. The more these ones are moving also. Yeah. Because even people can know Gintu is supporting Mayani also. Let's support Gintu also. They will move. You will move as Mayani is moving. Yeah. But people think about when I'll help Mayani and get some 2-3 people who will ever be supporting him also. They think about I've been taken everything from me. That is not the nature. And that is what now I'm fighting. Talking about why should I be given $100 and you feel bad? That Gintu or Mayani is given $100 and the same person talked about, you know, sometimes people can communicate. Then you can come and tell me that, oh, do you know this kind of a person called blah, 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 blah. He has sent me $100, man. And he has told me that is yours. You can do whatever you want to do. There's no condition with that kind of the money. And I talk about this kind of the person is supporting me also. So I'll feel bad that now you have taken the guy. You understand? But that is what now was developing at the villa. And that is what it made me to feel bad about this kind of the, how this kind of the people are treating other people. Like, talk about Maria Kiddy. Maria Kiddy was sponsored with $100 only. $100. That $100 was sent and Maria Kiddy came and told me that, how do you get this money? Because she was given a tracking number. The first time, it was a tracking number. Then she talked about, I don't know how to do this. And I went and I helped her to get that kind of the money from the Western Union. The second time, this kind of the guy sent $100 in cash. Talk about 12,000 Kenya shillings in cash. Now it came to an M-Pesa direct. Now Maro, that's the money now he knew that Maria Kiddy has got money. You understand? Do you know that she was chased out of the villa because she has received money from out direct to her? You understand? Yeah. Eria got a motorbike from out. And that bike, it came in a courtesy of Maro, but it was to be given out with Maro to Elia. Do you know how Maro felt very bad? Like the people who are working closely to him are not getting, but other people are getting who are not segmented into the program. I think you understand. Yeah. That's why now I differ with them. So they might be talking about Gintu is bad in this way, but I differ in a way that if something has to grow from you, allow it to go. Allow it. There's nothing that will come. Talk about much of the people they have humiliated and talked bad about me, manipulated me. Yeah. But I don't have an urge of talking about, we have to hate them. No. Let them continue. Let them do it. Because the same platform I'm doing, they're going to be doing it. The same way you think about you have done to Gintu, you think about you're going to be enjoying, it's going to be getting you one day. And you'll find the truth. You'll spill the truth. You'll find the truth how it is. You'll start the truth and make it happen. You'll now find it. You understand?
Yeah.
So the good fact is sometimes put much of the things onto your lungs. When you exhale, you know we have inhaling. Now you inhale them. They come to your lungs. Now the chest becomes broadened and the ribs becomes wider and the abdomen, the diaphragm comes up because you have inhaled. The diaphragm goes down. You understand? Now exhale it. You become fresh. See them the way the way you have met them in town. Hey bro, how are you? I'm very fine. You are continuing good. You have lost, man. Very much, thank you. You are done. Don't have that kind of a grudge. The grudge will not have to help you with nothing. So that is the position I am. So at this kind of the rate, I can tell you, much of the things are coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Keep it segmented to this kind of the portfolio. You're going to be having much of the outcome.
Exactly. Today is live on-on-one with _Gintu. Remember to visit my channel, exactly. Only Mayani, subscribe, Mayani. Comment,
like, share.
Yeah, and
make it happen.
And Saturday,
yeah,
I'm gonna be starting plastering.
Oh, plaster! That's very awesome.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And
the problem is you'll not be there.
I don't know. On Saturday, this Saturday.
Yeah, this
tomorrow,
Saturday.
but one.
Yeah.
This Saturday. I don't know when I'm leaving to Zambia or when I'm leaving. I'm not going direct to Zambia also. I'm passing through Tanzania. I don't know if
Great for me, how the Zambia people. You know how the Zambia people.
Going to Zambia. I'm gonna be running with monkeys. You're gonna be seeing Gintu how he's married.
It was better if you go with the dogs. With your dogs.
Hey, this one they will be beaten there like something. Because I know they have bulls. They will eat them. No. Even also they have been trained to look forward. Talk about they are not like the ones that food is coming, they are sleeping. Like right now they are sleeping here waiting for the food. No, those ones are hustling, man. They have to work as they eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. It's like human beings. So you have to make sure that you are chasing. These ones, they are not trained to go and catch a monkey and bring it.
Yeah.
Or catch something and bring it to the owners.
They only chase.
Hey, they will chase and eat. You will go and find now it's now the one that is giving you a smile. So they have their own trained dogs and that's the fact. But I'm going to be getting much of the good content coming to you.
Greet them, bro.
I'll be greeting them.
Is that click sound?
Yeah, those ones. Yeah, they're looking like.
Come when you know even greetings.
No, the greetings, huh?
No. That one is for a cow. Calling a cow.
Yeah, but everything will be coming to you live and keep it tuned because much of the things will be coming and right now it has reached a segment where we have to go forward and make it happen. That is the way we want to go and also segment it, and I like about everyone who is just watching and subjecting themselves into this kind of the caliber of the moment so they can just squeeze self and get forward to make it happen. I appreciate the moment and it's just coming to this kind of the section. The G Castle still continuing and talk about I was talking about also the wiring that I'm just doing here. Yeah. One person can talk about just wiring. My friend, wiring is even more than the plaster. Even wiring is more than the tiling.
I have just wondered.
Even wiring is more than the roofing.
I have wondered.
Imagine, I can tell you the wiring of this kind of the G Castle is more than even roofing. It's more than tiling. It's more than plumbing. Even it could be more than everything.
To the people who are learning, we are becoming afraid of constructing.
And don't be afraid. Do what you know that you can make it and finish it. Don't just subject yourself that I want to do like what Gintu is doing. Look at what Mugesi is doing. He built something that will maintain and make it at the end. Not that you will make something like, let me now compete with Gintu. You don't know my assets. You don't know what I'm striving to make, and so as I can just give it out. Where I've reached, it's 80% complete of the house. So it has moved, man. It's just tiling and only doing the gypsum boards, talk about gypsum ceiling board, and also some plumbing, 2-3 plumbing here. Then the house will be full and painted. So you have remaining with 4 big rolls to go, which is less than 400,000, which is like 5 talk about
4,000.
no, 5,000 US dollars. I'm remaining with 5,000 US dollars, and I'll be completely good to go. You understand? And I'll now be talking about now, it's just called about the furniture, interior designs and furnituring, and putting much of the furniture, talk about whatever, radio, whatever, TVs, so as you can just settle now, beddings and whatever. That will be just the last one. We are moving. And from Zambia, I know we're never going to be coming back. I'll come making sure that maybe it will be tiling or ceiling board application here. So everything is just moving systematic. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. Much of the things are coming. Let's get to the wiring and see what's really popping out at this kind of the section, and we'll just make it happen. I appreciate, guys, this is the moment we have to go and make it happen. Let's get to the wiring and see what's really popping out at the wiring and what are they making down here. And here we are. Support Mayani, make it happen. Rhyming together, only Mayani, only M Mayani, M-A-Y-A-N-I.
Yeah,
exactly, only Mayani. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Pull up. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. We are coming from the feast here, democratizing with the food, but everything gonna be coming to you live, which is one-on-one at the segment of the G Castle. Much of the people have missed this kind of the logistical and very immensified way. But today we are here back on one-on-one to make sure that we're gonna be checking about the wiring here, and much of the top G's, they are just here to make sure that electrification is electrified where necessary, and with the very much of the compassionate, making sure that the G Castle are going to be getting forward. Today we have no, not Mayani, my friend. Today you are a service guy, and you don't have an apron, so everything is possible. So you are serving today the food, and is now the one who is now democratizing to make sure that the food was so delicious and meticulous at the same time. Exactly. So here you are. Wow. So get with this kind of the stuffs to the house, then come back. So you can just tangle and democratize to this kind of the video, one-on-one. Exactly. We have Mr. Joyri. Mr. Joyri! Yes, sir. Wagwan man. Wagwan. Come to the Babylon. Come to the Babylon. You look helter-skelter without a hat, man.
I'm democratizing.
Come to the Babylon. So we have the gentleman here. Hi, man.
Oh, man.
You are here.
I'm here.
You know that is where the railway is passing, SGR.
Yes.
Yeah, so everything is all fantastic. So be prepared. Sometimes you can hear something coming from up there. Yeah, and don't fall down. Exactly. Guys, the piping has been done already, and talk about it's now wiring, and you can just see they are just inserting. Much of the people asking about, oh, Gintu, don't they have some of the tape? How is it called? The tape what?
The steel tape.
The steel tape, eh? Yeah, they have the steel tape, you see, very long enough to make sure that it's going to be democratizing in every kind of the section here. And the wiring is just continuing, but the wires are going like safari rally, and we have to understand how everything is coming. So everything is just a very fantastic, guys, including talk about all the sockets have been already put. I think these are 2.5, and also we have the switches here. They're going to be having like 1.5 gauge, and we have the lighting, which is a 1.5 gauge also, and we have so many sockets here that are just coming onto this kind of the spot here. So, oh, Nani? Murudi mkabomoa barabara. Ilikuwa na shida. So it's gonna be having a problem there. So it's gonna be fixed a little bit. So everything is just maintained in a very fantastic. Even we have cooking oil. It is just to make sure that we're gonna be rubbing and just putting onto the wire, so as it can just be very easy for pulling. Exactly. So you understand, it's like some things that you have to apply, so as you can just make sure that it is going direct. So no much of pinpointing that, oh, it is not moving. So you understand, whenever you apply oil somewhere, everything gonna be going like snake, Exactly. That's the random way of handling such kind of the matter. So everything is just applied like science. So the more the human being they do, the more even this kind of the gentleman here they do. So they rub here oil, and the wire gonna be.
We lubricate the wire.
Oh, it's called lubrication.
Yeah.
Huh? Are you sure it's lubrication?
Lubricating the wire.
Then it goes direct.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's no much of cornering. So it goes direct. Exactly. To where it's gonna be spotted. Exactly. So we have still much of the wires here, but they're so expensive, guys. I'm gonna talk about that kind of the way. This is a 4 gauge. We have a 4 gauge here, and there's a very talk about there also talk about the red, black, and talk about the earthen one, and they're so costly. Like this one here, guys, it's approaching around $100. One of it, this single one here, like $100. So you can imagine we are just needing a lot of wires here, and I've just bought them until I'm just fearing like, oh my living God, am I going to make it happen? But the good thing is we are just finishing it up. Talk about at the sitting. Talk about the sitting room and at this kind of the room here. We're gonna be having the shaded lights at this kind of the spot here. Talk about another one at that kind of the spot. We're gonna be having the angle lined lightings that are gonna be coming at this kind of the section. Also, we have the main one at this kind of the spot, and another one will be just at this kind of the spot also to make sure that everything is coming out. And also, the sockets have got much of electrified already because it's just whenever they're gonna be finishing it, we're gonna be making sure that we're just connecting much of the electricity to come and be random. It's only just it's just called the switches and this kind of how are they called, the switch, the sockets. We're gonna be fixing them here to make sure that everything is so good. Also, I'm gonna be buying it's called what, an aerial wire. It should be placed here so that it can just be traced where necessary to go outside there, because we should not have that kind of a problem whenever we are just done with this kind of the house here a little bit here. So the bedroom here, it's bedroom ring, and everything is so fantastic. The cabling is already done, and everything is just under surveillance to make sure that everything is so fantastic. So we are about, it's just a little bit of a moment, then we'll be done with this kind of the work with an immediate effect. I have Mr. Mayan here. How are you, man?
I'm good.
Everything is good? No, this way.
Yeah, I'm quite fine.
You are quite fine.
Yeah.
Everything is running very fantastic.
Exactly. I can just see that you are. I just see your effort here.
Yeah, the effort is there. We can have somewhere up there so you can just sit and relax a little bit, so you can just have this kind of the tales of the moment here. And the door here, everything. So I'm just asked with much of the people asking about. Oh, Gintu.
You will think that the doors are for prison, my friend. Very
heavy, eh? Yeah. And also they don't be opened from outside.
Even you can't do like this.
You cannot open them from outside, eh?
Like this. Hey,
it's gonna be hurting you a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
A little bit. So we're gonna be getting up, but the G Castle is moving. Much of the people are talking about, oh, Gintu, how is the G Castle here? The G Castle is very meticulous at this kind of the point, and I appreciate it because we are moving. Talk about some people can talk about, oh, the wiring is there. Oh, Gintu, why you not continue? The wiring is like plastering the whole house. I am telling you guys, I never knew that wiring also, it's very expensive than anything else. So I thought about, oh my living God, the wiring could be just like the plumbing, but wiring is so expensive. I never knew how expensive it is, because the first time I just bought much of the wires here, then I talked about, they're gonna be so awesome at this kind of the rate. But I was told that, oh, the wires are no longer. So when I went to Kisumu, the first budget it was to make sure that I'm coming with much of the wires also to home. So the little fact, even up here we have much of the cabling already. It has been done to make sure that everything is tanganized at this kind of the rate, and everything is so natural. Wow.
What I'm being surprised is your house. Too much. You have a lot of a place of this cable.
Oh, the cables.
Yeah.
They are everywhere.
Everywhere.
And we talk about electrification everywhere. We need that one. And
why? What's the purpose of putting every
no, even outside here, there are places like the way we are here. Yeah. We're gonna be relaxing, and also we're gonna be having a little bit of the music running from each kind of the section. Talk about somebody can relax at this kind of the panel, and you can just relax whenever you are. You can charge. Talk about the charging ports. Sometimes in the evening, I might be having a laptop here and editing some of the videos and or listening or to talk about the music here, and we're gonna be having the cabling from the wall there. So even the Wi-Fi will be up here, so much of the people will be
Not
just
inside?
basking. Even up here we'll be having much of the Wi-Fi, even inside. So everywhere it will be Wi-Fi.
You're gonna be applying another Wi-Fi?
No, this Wi-Fi is enough. It's just upgrading it. Talk about getting a new package. Yeah, it's just packages. So right now I'm dealing with a package, the second package, and you can upgrade to the third package, fourth package, examining what are you really using that kind of the Wi-Fi for. If you have a bigger system like CCTVs that are running, talk about updation in the systems inside, whatever, you have much of the music's here to run, much of the people are here like a party, so you should have a very good package to make sure that you are handling such kind of the issues here. So guys, it's just the videos that are coming, one-on-one from the G Castle here, and we are just continuing with much of the vibe at this kind of the rate, and I appreciate much of the moment, and everyone has been locked here and continuing to vibe with us here to make sure that everything's off. And you have just missed this kind of the section, and the breezes are coming like oh my living God, gonna be so fun. I'm gonna be having some girlfriend here right now to make sure that everything gonna be coming.
You need a girlfriend?
This kind of the breezes here, man. Yeah, they need somebody to accompany you to lubricate your body, massage a little bit, and the lubrication of the body a little bit here, and to make sure that you are just continuing good. But I understand, because even right now we are just coping up. I've never been eating.
Eating what?
Food.
Oh.
Eating is many, but I know. But the main one, the main course of food, meal experience, I've never been eating much because
sometimes I see you drinking what you call juice.
Yeah, juices a little bit here, but
even since you are becoming
thin a little bit, thin a little bit. But I know it's because of the condition. But right now I think I'm gonna be getting. I'm recovering good, and right now I'm now eating. You have seen me. I've just even eaten much of the lunch in here. But everything is so possible. I understand it's because of that kind of the clamor of talking about, oh my living God, is it real that it has happened? But it has happened. Now I'm trying to compete myself and talk about it has happened. So I have to go forward, despite talking about, oh, it has been no. We have to go forward. That's a good thing here. So back to you again, and we are back. There's a day I had you in the video talking about, oh, we were making 2-3 shenanigans and 2-3 telenovelas here, and you are the one now like mourning than even me, and talking about, we were having some 2-3 shenanigans and the telenovela of round here with the What did you take that day?
Huh?
That day, were you normal, real?
That day was I just passed a little bit because of at least the stress go down. Yeah.
So when the stress is there, you have to leak, or you have to put something to motivate your head. Okay, out of that one, everything is possible. Everybody has his own. Talk about how do you call it?
Meditation.
Meditation hours. Yeah. Even me right now, I'm meditating here. Whenever I'm just up here, a little bit gonna be talking about the breezes are gonna be coming, and I have my dogs here. I talk about everything is so fantastic. Yeah. But that is the nature. Everybody has his own nature to cool down your body. And to motivate yourself also to get forward. Yeah, exactly. That's the good moment we have here. So you have you introduced yourself?
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to _Gintu's channel. Mayan here, back again live one-on-one. It has been a long way without you, my friend.
Yeah, man. So we are back to the street here.
We are back to the center.
Back to the moment.
Yeah, you just lost for some days, but we were just watching you dancing there.
Yeah, I went even for dancing.
Even me, I enjoyed your video.
You know what, man? Yeah. I went there then.
I help you?
Yeah, I had been told that we are gonna be having a little bit of getting a wife somewhere.
A wife?
Hey! I like that kind of the section.
You have already got the fiance.
You understand, sometimes you got a person talk about,
a volunteering, or you are going to struggle to look for
No, I'm not struggling, man. Sometimes you can just talk about, this kind of the girl looks very meticulous here. And sometimes you talk about, what's your name? I'm called Gintu. I know you. There's a lady that I met and talked. I know you.
Yeah.
You are the one? Oh my God, it's you.
So you are giving them sleeplessness.
Some of not ladies, but talk about much of the people outside here. So right now, the good thing is, when I met this kind of the lady, I was in a museum.
Yeah, museum.
I went to the museum. So there's a much of the cultural norms there, cultural activities there. You saw even those kind of the building, how they were. Yeah. So they are just glass. I talk about the grass attached houses there, and I went there. They were just showing me east, west, and south, and talked about, okay, this is the point for me to go. Yeah. Then I took that kind of and talked about, okay, can we just go and visit a nearby village and show me how you do this kind of the things? Then he talked about, yeah, why not? I talked about, yeah, let's now proceed to this kind of the moment. Then we had to go to this kind of the moment. Then we found there's entertainment. I was entertained in their home, and they're so welcoming, those kind of the guys. Talk about the Luo. like village tea.
Yeah.
And that's why yesterday, whenever I was having a video with the village tea,
Yeah.
I asked about because I went until around the villages there.
Oh,
And, yeah.
she's a Luo?
Yeah, she's a very good Luo guy and very precise and very meticulous at the same time.
Okay.
And the good thing is I like the character of this kind of the guys, talk about this kind of the tribe. And they are people of welcoming. And imagine that day, I went like a visitor. They had already changed themselves. I don't know if that lady went and told them that I'm having a husband outside there. So they came prepared, man. I never knew, man.
Yeah.
And I went like, okay, we can just go. Yeah, we can just go and show me how the culture is, how you do it. Show me, because I asked about, are you living in a well, they talk about the permanent houses. She talked about, no, we are living in a way that even my father has 3 wives. Real? In one area? Yeah, we went, man. Yeah, we went, and I thought about it was a joke. The father was there, and the mother was there, the big mother was there.
Yeah.
The 2 others, they had went out to look for other things. Huh? So I talked about, oh my living God, they're staying in one area. And
In one house?
Not one house. The big house has the house in the middle, but the top area. And the second wife at the right. The third wife on the left. Of the bigger woman. And they talked about, before you marry the second wife, you have to negotiate with the first wife. You want to bring the second wife.
And you know what? Let me put for you clear. For a Luo, a lady, if you marry a lady of a Luo and she never give birth, and or she die, you have that right of taking her sister.
Exactly.
So you want that one?
That is why. It is called replacement with an immediate effect. Replacement.
And also, if she does not give birth, you're gonna take the smaller one to give you children.
To give you children. But you can stay with them both and enjoying the sessions. Talk about the marital status.
How sweet it is.
And the good thing
Dealing
is,
with the two.
The good thing comes where now? Both of them, they can stay in one house.
Because,
one bed.
But there is those who have jealousy.
Who have jealousy? How can you marry a sister and have jealousy of another sister?
You have never see a
or
sister
you are going
having...
here more rounds and here you are going.
It will depend.
It will depend.
Yeah.
So you have to be energetic enough.
Yeah.
And
so you
also,
want a Luo? Huh? You want a Luo?
Not only the Luo, but I'm looking for an area whereby you will be respected, and also you'll have that kind of the courtesy of their family. Also, they have that kind of the legacy of knowing that already we have an in-law here.
But I remember there is a time you told me you want a Muzungu, you don't want a African.
Who told you?
You.
Do you know that there's a change of programs?
So you change it?
No, there's no change here because I'm talking about I went there. Sometimes you have to go and see.
It's like you went there and you fall in love.
I am falling in love. I found the love. You know that kind of a song?
I found the love. Beautiful and sweet. So you got a sweet there?
A sweet baby?
Yeah.
Oh, not yet. I went to see how the things are just running. Yeah, not yet. But sometimes you talk about men, they have to look for different things that will lure you to understand that they want to be getting this kind of the program running. You will not just wake up today and talk about, I got the baby here, let me go and just check whatever is just there. They might be measuring you. They might be measuring you. And talk about, let's measure and see if this kind of the guy is how.
Yeah, but we just say, if you want a best lady, you have to see if you gotta be see the what you call
what I like. Let me tell you that what I like mostly is whereby you can find a lady or a gentleman outside here, and they can just explain to you very nice. She's talking very fantastic, but inside she's wearing not the engine, we will reach at the engine. So she's wearing how can we call it, the ship's clothing, so you'll not know if outside she's like a sheep, but inside is dog, how do we call them, a hyena. Is a hyena inside. So when you go to their home, look at how the relation. What I like is I like to take a lady in a hotel. I like that one because my boss one day told me that if you want to determine the composure of a lady, how she's behaving. Take her to a hotel, and when you go to a hotel, book the good food and be served with another lady. A little bit. Have a good communication with that lady who is serving you. Then you'll see the character of that kind of the lady who is sitting with you, because envious and jealousy. Look at them, and also
I have just seen.
and also look at the end. Talk about hey babe, can we give her a tip of how much do you think we can give her? It does the must. She has served you. That's the work. So we have different kind of the ladies, how they behave.
I have understood.
You have understood me.
Yeah.
So I like that. Oh, I've expressed it. Some people now use that kind of the technique. We will go and talk about give them 1,000, no problem. So, but the good fact is,
another one will use a polite language.
yeah,
Another one will be rude.
you can go to a
Because
hotel.
he has seen the husband has the wife, the money.
Has money,
Yeah.
and he will just act rudely
Yeah.
and talk about have you not heard it?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You are standing here for what? And such kind of the languages. Talk about the etiquette of communication.
Exactly. You are smart.
You have to be smart before you do it. And also look at the contemplament of whenever you go to their home. Act simple. Talk about I want to see the children now they're gonna be playing. Just trick her that I need how this village doesn't have children. Oh yeah, at your home do you have children? Yeah, we have much of the children. Oh, call them. So I have some sweets. Take some sweets to the pocket and go with some sweets.
Yeah.
So whenever they're gonna be coming, start giving. Start giving them. There's a child who will come twice. Oh, I need another one. The other one will cry.
Yeah.
And hear how you'll just act. Some people act rudely. Hey, what are you are so like a dog. You will be just acting rudely to some of the children there.
Yeah.
So you'll understand the character and the behavior of this kind of the lady. So I have much of the trick ways of making sure that this kind of the people are gonna be entitled very properly. That's why you saw me now dancing a little bit there.
But let me ask you, if you know some ladies are pretenders, if she pretends,
yeah. You can never pretend when you have a guest. Like right now, you find that somebody is coming here. You find that a child is touching a motorbike or touching a car and rotating, knocking. There, you'll hear somebody gonna be coming, and you will just be addressed rudely, or you'll hear, talk up, get out. What are you doing? I'll cane you. I'll hit you like a safari ride.
Yeah.
I'll hit you like a Cherokee drum. You understand?
Yeah.
So such kind of the characters, you have to understand them. They are developing from home. And also, another character is when you go to their home, they will just pretend. Talk about the parents.
Yeah.
And look at the model of how they behave in terms of serving, in terms of receiving a guest. That is the key value also. Receiving guests. You can go there and sit there in outside there and be
Even they don't
bring a seat to the visitor. You'll be given a seat there. Others are just developing stories in the kitchen. You are left outside there.
By the way.
So that kind of a way of handling the visitors. So I always strategize on that one. If you will be given a person that go and sit with the visitor there and a little bit have some exchange of the stories. Or the same lady who you are with, is she gonna be staying across to you or sitting beside you when you're gonna be storing and tell you, okay, this is our compound, and if you find a lady who is can never tell you everything she's telling you is good things. Talk about okay, what did you eat in your supper? Oh, I ate chapari, meat, chicken, whatever. No, they will talk about today. We survived. We just ate the greens. It was kales, then with ugali. That's what we found. Whatever found in the table, we can just. If you find a ladies always talk about eggs,
Expensive.
meat. Yeah. You have a long way to. That is a pretender. That's a very big pretender. I like a person who is straightforward. Talk about don't pretend. If it's simple kales, talk about even we ate cabbage with a spoon. Yeah, that's what you ate. And maybe somebody had a good moral talk about, okay, I'll just talk about, oh, you ate that way? Okay, tomorrow I'll do some shopping for you, and so I can just get them. You start talking about, fish here, I don't know, whatever, chicken, we ate, our home, our brother is, I don't know, whatever, our mother is doing or whatever. But when you go to the grounds, things are totally different, man. So that's some of the characters that we always look at, and I'm very keen about that one. I don't know what about you. So for me, I'm so selective. I understand because I don't want to go back to the characters that I was having lately and talk about. I want something which is authentic. Talk about gorgeous.
So for now, you have experience.
Yeah, experience is the best teacher, and I don't. That's why I told you that I don't feel bad when I'm getting into trouble, like something that wants to teach me. So I get it. I always understand it, and I don't have any kind of the bad omen that okay, this kind of the person has done this and this one to happen to me.
So
I don't have
become
that.
a lesson to
It
you.
becomes like a lesson, and I have to learn for it. I talk about next time I'll never do that kind of the mistake I did.
Yeah.
That's the best teacher I'll ever do. And to the much of the people, they don't have that kind of the courtesy. But to the real fact, I'm the one who is the best. And like right now, I can tell you, even if you wrong me right now, I don't have much of things to be bothered with you.
What I was being surprised is the day there was a conflict whereby this guy called Ernest. Ernest was throwing some words, but it reaches a time whereby now he lost the phone and you are the one assisting. You know that thing. I was like, is this Gintu good in head?
The good thing
how is your heart? How is your heart?
my
beating?
friend, let me tell you, we are differing.
Yeah.
And that's what my father told me. That